So, good morning, students. Good morning, everyone. Those who are present for this session. I'm very happy that all of you are present on a Saturday. Okay, I had informed you all, but still, you all have joined the meeting and you all have made your friends also to join. So I'm very happy to see you all on a Saturday because students don't have lecture now, so they tend to have other activities like exams, placements, preparations and all. Okay, so I'm very happy to invite Mr. Manoj. He's our alumni student of 2007. He has joined the college, and 2010 he completed his BSc IT. So now you can calculate his years of experience. Can you all
10
calculate?
years.
Minimum 10 years. He's having a very good experience, and
Yeah.
many a times he used to come and meet us in the college. Students, please remember, like Manoj is used to come and meet us in the college ना, और हम उसको जैसे एलिमनाई के लिए इनवाइट करते हैं ना, वैसे ही आप लोगों को भी इनवाइट करेंगे. ओके, तो आप लोग भी हमारे से मिलने भी आओ, डू समथिंग, एंड डेफिनेटली वी आर वेरी हैप्पी. मतलब टीचर के लिए सबसे प्राउड फीलिंग क्या है पता है क्या? जब उनके स्टूडेंट्स बहुत अच्छा करें लाइफ में. दैट्स द
Yes.
most proud moment for us. Okay, so he is actually a team leader in extension, and he's going to now give you some information about how to include the testing phase in your project. Okay, and which all testing you can perform. And students, please feel free to ask any question to him, take his contact. Okay, so this particular activity we are doing it so that you will have some communication with our all the batches of BSc students, and then there will be a network. Okay, बाकी आप उनको Instagram पे, LinkedIn पे search कर लो. Okay, please share your LinkedIn profile also, but you can of course search him on LinkedIn. Okay, तो वहाँ से थोड़ा contact बनाना start करो, and then you will get lots of information. Okay, so yes, Manoj, I would like to you to start with the session.
Sure, sure, sure. First of all, am I audible, ma'am, to everyone?
Yes.
All right. First of all, very good morning to everyone. I know it's a weekend for everyone, but this is a fresh time. No one like any study or something. This is the right time where we can little bit apart from our regular work. I would say not only the official, but your like college work. We can learn something different and as a fun, not like as a regular lecture or something like that. Before I start the session, I would like to give a very short myself about like I'm Manoj Chavre. I'm a BSc IT graduate. I passed out in 2010 from our same college. That was a very nice journey. Later, I started working in like one of the technical as an technical support executive as an telecom industry because completely I was no one was like as a guidance for me. I started different. Uh, Ma'am, I can see the disturbance in the background. All right, thank you. So after that, I started journey in the as a technical support executive. But later, I realized that I think there is only two platforms where we can able to make it ours as a IT industry as a professional profile like a software testing as well as a software developer. But I already spent my I already had to spend some 2 years in that other profile like a network profile. So it was a little bit tough for me to come on to any particular language and to start the journey with as a developer. So I that time I selected like I chose that as testing profile, and you can't believe that was like a very fighting decision for me and a very good decision that I started that journey in 2012 because between the 2010 to 12 I was working as a network platform. Later I completed my MBA as well from the DY Patil about in the IT field itself, and around 2015 I got a chance to work in the Accenture, and still I'm serving to the Accenture. When I joined that time, it was around like a very like a junior, a very new for that particular MNC background. But yes, now I have a very huge confidence because since last 6 years I am serving there. I am currently designated as an test engineering specialist, which is level 10, which is called as a team lead for testing background. So this is my short description about myself. And guys, I'm here. I'm very fortunate and honored to me that the Pushpam given the opportunity to give us some as a guest lecture to you guys. At least this is something not only I'm giving the lecture, I'm just trying to, analyze myself as well. Like how can I, whatever I gain in this last 10 years so that I can show you guys. So without wasting my time, I'm going to show some things, which is I'm not going to show something apart from the out of the word, but definitely which will be already available on every platform. But how to use those and what exactly the perspective of that particular the materials about the testing platform, how you can use in your coming careers. Okay, that is the only things I'm here giving to explain you. Before I start that, ma'am, for everyone, please try to make it like this interactive session, like one-to-one communication. You guys have any doubt, please feel free to hands up, and you can ask me any questions. And even though I'm trying to, make it this little bit informative, I hope I will give my best to you guys. Okay, thank you for this. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen with you guys. So I'm asking a very small few questions about that. Maybe you guys will know very well. My screen is visible, right? To everyone. Hello. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
All right. So, guys, first of all, can anyone tell me uh, what is the importance of software testing about this profile? Can anyone answer for this question so that I can go further and I can clear your doubts? And maybe you will be wrong, right? Doesn't matter, but at least you can, make an initiative on this. Anyone, please. This is session for you guys. Please try to, make it interactive. No one? See, I'm just trying to, make it like, you guys can be able to answer me. Then only I can, little bit get a confidence. Okay, the people will be interested or not. So somehow you already started that subject. You already started working on your project, and you already, made some document on the testing. So you guys should be, little bit make it interactive. A simple questions I ask about what is the importance of software testing. What you, as such, what you think, or maybe what is your perspective about testing? So whatever it is, so at least on the same basis, I can go further on the slides. Anyone, please? Don't worry, guys. This confidence I get, I got it after the last 10 years serving. You will also be here after same year. So that doesn't matter like what we feel and that. You just make it unmute yourself and just try to, speak with me. I just tell the people are like, you can find bugs before launching the errors can be resolved before handless costing share. Okay, okay, errors can be resolved. Okay, cool. Nice, Prathamesh. These are some good things like, okay, this is the importance of testing. All right, I'm going to share my screen, guys. So there are, the thing is like, testing background is basically, uh, I would say, a very important role is playing in any IT industry, in any software industry. See, without testing, you will not get release any product, any service to the customers. Because, see, very simple example. Suppose if anyone from your as a, chef, and if you made a particular dish, you can make a very uh, well designed, well looking out. But without that particular, the item test, you can't serve to your customer. So testing there also the testing is not only the specific to the IT background. Testing is everywhere. In any field, if you go, testing is must over there. So doesn't make it limited of that like testing will be only for the IT industry. We can do a testing in our regular day as well. You know, even though if you want to suppose if you buy any headset, even suppose like a boat or iPod or something. So you guys will do first like a testing, like what is the bus, how it is working. So this is something you are, in every day you are doing a testing, guys. But you're not realizing that we are indirectly we are doing a testing in our every day. So you guys need to be understand the testing. A simple sentence like that. I will give you like a short story. I mean, like a one sentence. Testing is nothing but to check the quality of the product, to check the functionality of the product, or maybe to analyze and to experience that particular things. Okay, so those things you will get only once you will experience with your as an end user. Okay, so there are some few points which I need to be explained you guys. So if you can say helps in saving money. So now we are coming to our industry because we belong from our IT industry, so we can think in that perspective now. Okay, don't go outside over there in the world. So helps in the saving money. So basically, the testing of such software comprises of a bunch of projects. Okay, in case you find any bugs in the early phase, fixing them cost a reduced amount of money. So guys, normally right now even you are working on your final year project, if you will be on the right track and if you try to solve your all the requirements correctly, if you solve your all the elements correctly, then at the end of your project, and if you not finding any single bug, definitely it will go in a very good things, like you will get a good marks, you will get some a chance to promote your project somewhere. But if you found any bug which will be a blocker and a complete project will be on a stop on their phase, then your money, your time, everything will go lost, right? So that's what helps in saving money. That means always will be like testing is uh, trying to save your money even whenever you spending in your making your project or somehow any product. Okay, security. It is considered to be the most vulnerable and sensitive part. There are a bunch of situations in which the information and the details of the users are stolen and they are used for the benefit. So basically security is also very important part of that. Guys, you every day you are surfing and exploring all the sites like I'm just coming to one simple example about the security. Your Facebook account. Okay, do you know, guys, our Facebook accounts, we normally trying to, posting everything. It is not a secure. It's still, some, I would say, honey trap comes, some other PI information get leaked. So even though if you made some any website or something, that time if your security patch is not applied in a proper way, then it is not an worth, right? Again, you will get some loopholes over there, and you will again will be on lost your things, right? So that's what is considered to be the most vulnerable and the sensitive part, I would say. Okay. So that's what security is also most important. So when you will find out is that security needed for that product or for that project, only when you will do a testing for that particular part. Okay. That's what security is also most important. Quality of the product. Product should be a serving the user in one way or the other way. Definitely, your serving way of will be different, but it is must that it is going to be bring value as per the promise. Hence, it should function in a complete manner for ensuring an effective customer experience. Just now, take example of your college guys. Now you're making your project in, yeah, I mean, not only like as on your black books, but even though if you try to show in on your laptop like how your apps is working, how it is giving a end user result. So those things are not only like you are showing the result, you are trying to show the people or audience what will be the value created for that particular app or like a project. So that is the things like it should be function in a complete manner for ensuring an effective customer experience. See, always try to be see the human thinking like they are expecting to the end to end. Like if you seeing any movie and if you see a first part of the movie, an intermediate comes, and if there is an issue in the second intermediate part, the people are excited to end of that particular part. But if there is some issue in that playing that movie, that if definitely it is not a customer satisfaction value, right? So that's what a very important thing, that it should function in a complete manner for ensuring an effective customer experience. After complete watch the movie, then only the people can review that, right? How was the movie, what was the they experienced from that, and what they value created from there. Okay, those things are need to be, make it you in general way as well. Coming to the next point, satisfaction of the customer. The market is really saturated in the present days, obviously. Right now, if you go in the market, ma'am, this I want to give the one heads up to the people. Guys, in the Sony TV right now, one program was launched about Stack Tech India. It was in the US as well. But right now in India also last 15 to 1 month, there was a channel and there was a most of the CEOs were there, like from the board CEO, Aman Gupta, from Lenskart owner, like Piyush Bansal. Those people, what they were investing their money on those products, which are will be going to as an future uh, our Indian people requirement, so that they can make our money as well as they can serve to the people. They can solve some issues, right? So there also they were doing the testing itself. The people were coming over there. They will show, serving their dishes, testing to them. They were trying to playing a bike. They going in around there, playing. I mean driving the bike. So what they were doing, they were trying to test is that really giving a value to the market. Then only they will get the money. Then only they will make a money, right? So those things are very important, ma'am, at that time. So this is the a live example I wanted to show you, ma'am. So that's for satisfaction of the customer is very important. The market is really saturated in the present days. The first impression is a really important, and if you fail to give the same, user are going to find another product which will be accomplish all the requirements. This is the things. If you make a little bit read about this program, Shark Tank India, you will see that they are not come with their complete industry or warehouse. They comes with a simple product, and they will try to explain the those sharks. See, this is I innovated. It is something will be value added to the customers, and we can make some money from them. So what they were doing that time, the people were only they will making some they were trying to show them impression about the product. So basically the first impression is really important, and if you fail to give the same, user are going to find another product which will be accomplish all the requirement. I mean the shark will try to make it them and saying that okay, I think we should not make it invest because there is little bit not as an value creation for to the market. So very important thing is that your product should be a little bit value creation, and which should be like a very impression perspective. That is important for us. The second point is enhancing the development process. Software testers should be working with the development team parallelly, which is useful in the acceleration of the development procedures. So, guys, you are currently suppose you in the college, you are making a project like two people, four people as a group. Okay, doesn't matter like who like all should be focus on the testing background, because then who will be doing the developing, right? So right now you guys need to be just focus on this point, enhancing the development process. Suppose out of four, two people are focusing on the developing part, but the two people are expertise in their testing their thoughts process. So you have to be work in the both phase parallelly, sorry to say, developing and the testing. Then only you will get a little bit idea like what exactly we are making, what is the perspective about our project, and what I need to be, I mean, what we need to be shown to the presenter and the audience. So please try to highlight this. I mean, just keep it in your mind. Software tester should be working with the development team parallelly, which is useful in the acceleration of the development process. Easy while adding new features. A new developer as a new developer, changing older parts of your code base can be terrifying, but with test, you will at least know if you have broken anything important. This helps in making your software stands ahead in the market and beat the competitions. So I'm just giving one simple example. In your regular college project, it was experienced in my year as well. Uh, After 3 months, we were showing our project progress to our supervisor. So that time, what supervisor actual they were playing the role. They were trying to test your product. They were trying to test your project. The accessories, I would say, your details. So that time they were trying to finding out your loopholes, where you were wrong, what exactly you wanted to be make it little bit improvement. So basically, see, right now you are also looks like a little you playing as a role as a developer, even though because you are trying to make it little bit enhance your own coding perspective. So developers, you're just trying to make it playing a role as a developer. So you need to be verify that what exactly the changes need to be happen in your project, and what where our project will get broke, and at the time of what action we need to be take. So basically, there is a competition comes because right now you people are not like all the complete batches working on one project. everyone is working on a small, big scale, small scale projects, right? So that time the competition also comes in the picture, right? Suppose if there is a two teams of members, like four people working on one website, another four people are working on another website. Obviously, there will be some competitions comes because even though the language will be different, even though the approach will be different, but the platform they are working, like creating the website, that is the same process, right? But the thing is like that time the competitions will come in the picture. So just try to be like, as far early possible, you if you try to make it your test, your project or your product, it will be help you to make it more accurate, more quality perspective, which will be helpful to make it competitive to your colleagues as well as to show something will be valuable to your supervisor. You just try to make it easy while adding new features. Okay. I'm going to the last point, determining the performance of the software. Uh, if you find software or application, guys, just remember this: application software is nothing but like a we calling as mobile software, and websites which will be on a like on the websites, like somehow the people are working on websites, some people are working on Android software or maybe some Java software. So basically, even though if you working on any of the software, definitely in the background the website or as a database side is a very important.
Hello.
It is must to required. Hello, yes, please. Do you have any question, please? Do you have any questions? Someone has said hello. Yeah, I'm just taking a pause, guys. Any question, please? Shall I continue, ma'am? Or
No, no. Yes, yes, you can continue.
all right? Okay. Where we were? Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad. So reduce the performance. You will find that that brings your reputation down in the market. Users are not going to the trust any people. There are the chances that the reputation of your organization is going to suffer. Again, I'm coming to this particular example about the Shark Tank India. If suppose if you innovate or you make a one project, and if you performing or you making presentation in front of the people who are playing in the market, they're trying to invest in your project. So somehow your project should be a very reputative, presentative. Then only it will be create some value and the people will think in a positive way. If it will not get work in a proper manner, it will not get any creating any value, or maybe you will say in the market demand, then it will be like the user will be going in lost their reputation. So like what exactly they are making, and what is the, they will try to think in a very different manner, which will not be, you imagine that okay, this is really required or not. Ma'am, I just give you a simple example. At the time of that program, now there was one people. I mean, there was one guy came. Uh, how to there was suppose one glass inside the glass, without touch to the glass. There was one sipper. He innovated like to uh, fit it into glass and to drink in the water. So which was very not required. At the time of the people in front of the shark said that it is not required in the India. Like everyone is using that, because if the people will be in the party mood or maybe in the bar, they will not go to use that. They will be in the fun mood. They will not go finding out their sipper and to use that. So they are thinking in every area of the perspective. Is that applicable to in every field or not? So basically, we need to be thinking that way. Is that my product will be applicable in this area? Is that my it is fit on the other area or not? So you should not be make it limited your product. If it is, then you need to be give a limitation at that time instead of to go on presentation in front of the presenters. Okay. I
Yes, I
saw
think
some
students have
kids.
also, yeah, responded in
I'm just
chat
like
box.
yeah, yeah. Replying. Got roasted badly. Cool. Yeah, the people I think looking out those shows, so they know very well.
Yes.
Yeah, he got roasted badly by Ashnir. Correct. Ashnir is a Bharat Pay honor. Ashnir Grover. All right. So guys, I think I'm on a right track. I think it is sync up with our this presentation. So you guys can realize now, okay, what exactly happened when your project will be not in up to the mark, correct? All right, I think, ma'am, people are like now, making sync up and try to understanding their own way. Okay, so ma'am,
Mm.
I'm just finish my one part over here. Before I move to the another next, uh, topic, I just need to take a 1 minute of pause. If people have any questions, they can ask. Otherwise, I can go for the next topic. You can also approach to the team, like if anyone have any doubts or any want to ask like about the importance of testing or about their projects. There is a little bit more stuff, ma'am. I need to cover within an hour. Guys, I already said this is I need to make an interactive session. Otherwise, because see, this is only for you guys.
Students, if you have any questions like which type of testing you should do for your website, mobile applications, you can ask because he'll be later on explaining in the second part. Okay, so you can put it in the chat box also. So we'll see it from there.
Guys, please try to be a vocable, right?
Like
In
one
right
thing I
now,
have already
we were
told
in
it
last
that
10 years back. That was a different story.
which type of
Yeah,
test cases, how to
you
design
should
test
be
cases so that
confident.
that can be put in the.
Yeah, actually, that is the topic we have it, ma'am. I'm going to explain in live, like how to explain, make it the test scripting and the scenario. Even though the people is still confused about the scenarios and the test scripting. Okay, I'm coming to my topics, ma'am. I can be wind up in a quick. Okay, so before I go further, ma'am, first of all, guys, everyone is noting out these details in your black book about the SDLC and STLC. So software development life cycle and software testing life cycle. So people, first of all, guys, how many people know about the V model? Can anyone tell me like what is the meaning of V model and what is the full form of V? Exactly, what is the meaning of V? Can anyone please? Guys, please speak because without your interaction, it will not give me a kick like to go further and to explain you something in a like an informative way. Cool. Verification and validation. And V model is like a combined, the role, the performance going about the building software and validating the software. Okay, so basically SDLC and STLC applying in that particular V model perspective. So I'm just reading out. You will get you will understand very easily. Software development lifecycle and the software testing lifecycle. See, there is a one important part is like always at the time of starting any project, software development lifecycle phase comes in the first, and then software testing lifecycle comes in the later. In the market, you will see there are two types of model. Before I come here, I want to explain this one. There is a waterfall model and agile model. Can anyone tell me currently your project is comes in which model? Anyone? There is a two models, waterfall and agile in the industry. And guys, you can't believe industry is working only on this model as such since last 10 to 15 years. There is nothing got changed.
Very good question now from.
Perfect. Yeah.
Let's see
So,
what
ma'am,
students reply.
yeah, actually, correct, Harshad, you're right, absolutely correct. Guys, perfect. I'm going to explain you now what is exactly the difference between the waterfall and agile model, and then only we can go for the STLC and SDLC. So, guys, waterfall model is always we are making only for the small scale of the project or small scale of the product development, and agile is definitely for a big scale of the project and any a larger service providing companies, they are using the agile model. So if you see the differentiate, you will definitely automatically realize that in which model your project is fit, waterfall model or agile model. Waterfall has a fixed timeline. The idea is that the start and finish of the project are already mapped out from the beginning. So guys, very important thing is in the waterfall model, definitely you have fixed time. Suppose you started your, definitely I would say 11 months in your hand, and you need to be make it your project ready and to present at the end of the your year. Okay. So basically, you are comes in the waterfall model itself. Okay. The thing is like there is nothing to comes in the maintenance phase or somehow the client will come and to ask to add in node or not. You only as a client, you only as a end user, you are only trying to be make it some sample inputs and you're trying to make it generate in the output. So basically, your project comes in the waterfall model, not in the agile model. But still, I am going to explain you, and I will show you that what exactly the difference in between these two models. Okay, but in the agile, a lot more flexible account for experimenting with different directions rather than a fixed timeline. The schedule adapt as the project progress. Guys, in the waterfall model, team size will be very lesser. Agile having a more data hierarchy, like product owner, scrum master. After that, the sprint comes, the team testing of opposite team members will become there. And there is a timelines for every project. For example, suppose if you are making one website, so at that time the client will not approve you, like suppose in one website having a five menus. Okay, starting from the login to log out, there are some other menus comes. So in the waterfall model, your client will say, okay, these are my five menus, these are the data you need to be displayed in this is manner. You need to highlight this advertising, and this is the website you need to be create. But agile model, it will not like that. Client will only giving go only one menu, like a login menu. Guys, please create a login menu. Once done, just send it to me. I will make it UAT, and after that I will try to send you that, okay, do you need to go for second menu implementation or not. So there is a in a part, the project is going to build up, tested, and to go for the beta testing. So that is a different part. So that's what it's a long-term process. Obviously, in the agile model, you will have a chance to fix your defects or everything in the middle of the execution. I'm going to the client environment now. Just I explain you guys. Second point. Once the end goal is established, waterfall does not involve the client or project owner during the process, apart from specific check-ins or for deliverables. The course of the project is outlined from the start, so incorporating client feedback is not an ongoing part of the process. Once the client will given a requirement, once it got approved from the client and from the who is working on that particular project, after that the client will not get involved. He will directly going in the UAT once the entire project or the product will get implemented, tested, and delivered successfully on the Alpha platform. Then only the client will comes in the picture, but nothing in the agile model. A fundamental part of the agile is including clients in the project development at every steps. Therefore, business owners are expected to be involved and give feedback to the software development team as they progress through the different phase of the project. As I explained you guys, every time they will try to connecting on daily, monthly, or quarterly, and try to make taking the more work from the client. Client will not give you the entire sites to develop you at a time in the agile. They will try to give first menu. In the after third quarter, they will test it and they will say, okay, now login menu is made successfully, and it looks like a very creative, impressive. Now you guys start working on the second menu. I will give an input. So in this such a way, the agile model work. Okay, there are the separate sprint stories comes in the picture, like story in the sense the tasks where the development tasks having different, testing tasks having different. So those are the comes in the agile model. If I come to the flexibility point of view, waterfall is not flexible as agile, definitely, because each phase needs to be fully completed before moving onto the next phase. The project is also planned out ahead of time, making this management system ideal for teams with a clear vision of where they are ahead from start to finish. See, in the word flexibility in the sense like, like in the SDLC, I'm coming to the SDLC again. Once the requirement gathering start, it is finalized. It is going to the test designing and like a planning. After that, the phase comes like a coding part, implementation part. After that, the second phase. After that, the phase comes like a testing and the maintaining phase comes, and then deploying on the production. So this is the one liner, one by one the flexibility comes. But that is only happen in the waterfall. But suppose at the time of testing, if any defect found, it is a very it is not a worth. I would say it is expensive to the client to come back again to make a code change and again make it to revert back to the testing, because there is a without finish one step you can't go for the another step in the waterfall model. So you have to whatever your doubts, whatever your queries, you need to be fixed, clarified, finalized only in the first step itself. then only you go for the design step, then only you go for the developing step, then only you go for the testing, and then only you go for the maintenance step. So this is the little bit, I would say, one drawback as well as, but there is no flexibility like to come back again in the existing state. But agile model, definitely they will give you a chance to come back to, suppose for example, in the, again on the same example, if you're making one website, in the website, if you made one login details, you got approval, client has given approval for the second menu, like for the show our services. While you working on the services, if the client found any issue in the login page, it will be easier to go back and to make a correction and come back to the service menu to work on that, because there is still having some flexibility to make it some corrections or some defect fixing. So that's what it's a little bit cost saving, little bit as a flexible to give a quality, more quality, I would say, in the agile model. Okay, so that's what flexibility is built into the agile method. Agile value short burst of work, which are called sprint. Sprint is nothing but a 14 days of period. Every 14 days, the client is giving a work to the our service provider companies. Okay, in this sprint, I want this is a develop and deliver. Uh, I want this is the particular project service. Like, okay, in the next second sprint, he will try to give a third menu development. In fourth sprint, he will try to give a fifth menu development. Development in the sense entire phase, like developing, testing, material will be comes in that particular sprint. Like this, the agile model works, guys. Okay. The method welcomes adapting to different direction, incorporating new information even at a later stage of the project. Every menu is having a different informations, every stage having a different approaches. So having only one project, but it is not finalized in only one stage. It is every stage they are following the complete cycle of the software development life cycle. Okay, so I'm coming to the last about the budget, guys. The budget for the project using the waterfall methodology is generally fixed. Obviously, right now also, guys, you are working on one of the projects, suppose, and you plan that okay, we thinking like our project will be should be complete within 12,000, 15,000, something like that. But sometimes happen like if you found any defect or issues, again, if you want to make a license of the any patch or any particular software, it will your cost will get increased, guys. Okay, because normally suppose you for your support, suppose you taken a Google APIs license. Okay, in that if you found that okay, we require only for 30 days, we can pay for 30 days license, and then we can execute our project. But before, within the 30 days, after 30 days, if you found any issue in your project, again if you require those, again you need to pay for 30 days, again you need to take a license of the Google API, and then you need to be run your software. So basically your cost is also matter, guys. Okay, so that's what the budget for the project using the waterfall methodology is generally fixed. And that time, the client will not pay you again further any amount for your implementation or any something comes in the in between the process, guys. Okay, because the project is determined from the start to finish, there is less room to chance the budget mid project. Okay, agile is open to adoption. Sorry, adaptations encourages experimentations and the welcomes chances of a direction even in later phases of the project, because of this budget tends to be a more flexible. Obviously, suppose for example the like website client has make a budget for login menu having the suppose having $50 for service page, the implementation the budget having $80. So sometimes what happen, if you work on the login page menu and if you out of $50 you spend some was $40, still you have a $10. And if you working on the service menu, and if you spend some $80, and again if you feel that okay something we need to be do something and we require some more money, so those remaining $10 from your first menu you can utilize in the second menu. Okay, because client is the same, website is also same. This is your call how to manage your budget. That's what we call as a flexible in the agile. Okay, so this is a very important differentiation between the waterfall and agile model. Guys, you are on a very start level. It's a very, as a beginner in this particular industry and for this platform. So I'm giving a very short, a very crisp, which will be understandable and at least you can able to get this little bit informative things about. Okay, and yeah, I'm not going to explain much more on this because you guys already written in your black book. Software development lifecycle aims to be produce a high quality system that meets or exceed customer expectations. works effectively and efficiently in the current and planned information technology infrastructure. And it is inexpensive to maintain and cost effective to enhance. So guys, as I explained you everything, it depends on the cost, it depends on the maintenance, everything being comes in the software development life cycle. On both development and testing process, like a V model in the left hand side, the development happening in the right hand side, testing also going to in the same manner. So as in the SDLC, you will see testing and developing going in parallel way. Again, having the same phases like a requirement gathering, analysis, design, coding, testing, development, and the maintenance. Guys, you can't believe right now the first sorry, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stages are a very a very burning stage for every project. But in the last, like a deployment and maintenance, little bit of you know cool state, but the whoever is working on the project, client project, they're getting more money in the last stage, guys, deployment and the maintenance, because maintenance is not a joke, guys. 24 by 7, we need to be give a service to the people. They will try to giving the valuable market. They're making money. The client making money from the maintenance. So always try to be understand like sometimes the people are not giving that much value of, I mean, importance of the last phase of this particular cycle, like development and maintenance. But guys, development and maintenance is very important task. I mean, a phase where you will analyze how your product is giving a value to the project. I mean, a longer time. See, if you make a one app, it doesn't mean that your app is working only for 1 month as a booming. You should be make a constant in your market, because if any new competitor comes in the market and they will try to make a similar type of app, and if they give a more features, then you have to be make it your app will be make it latest version. I would say the version will get updated, some features are newly added. So somehow see how it is like. Suppose for example your iPhone or Android phone, this comes in the on the maintenance phase, guys, because the OS is already developed, features GUI already developed, everything is developed. Now from where they are earning money? They are earning money from the development and maintenance phase. Every 3 months, every 4 months, they are launching new patch. They are install. They are hitting to the customers. Please download this rigorously, because why they are making money from this last stage, guys. So development and the maintenance is very important for in this development type cycle. Okay, and yeah, obviously the SDLC phases are performed before the SDLC phases, and obviously in the outcome is will be a good quality software product. SDLC, as I explained you guys, the similar way the software testing lifecycle identifies what test activities to carry out and when to accomplish those test activities. Even though testing differs between the organization, there is a testing lifecycle. Guys, the people will ask you in the industry or everywhere uh, where the testing will get start. Obviously, the testing always start from the requirement analysis. 95% defects, or we can say errors, or we can say bugs, are finding in the first phase, requirement analysis. Because if your requirements are very clear, very punctual, you will not get much pain in the other phases, guys. Test planning, test designing, environment setup, test execution. So those things will get very smoother if you will be very confident about your requirements, guys. So just make sure whenever you are making your project documentary, try to focus on your requirement analysis phase, because it's very important phase where you will, as much as you can save your, cost as well as time to revert back to the phases. Okay. Uh, Anyone have any question?
Yes, Manoj, you can show them the tools
Yeah. I'm coming to the picture now.
and test cases, how to write test cases.
Okay. Before I go for the tools, ma'am, I will show them the test cases and scenario differentiation. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So yeah. Oh my God, it's 11:55.
Yeah.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to give examples as well, because the people will not get only the theoretical if I give
Right,
read
right.
and to
That's
give
why
the
I'm
that's what.
telling you.
Guys, I have these two Excel sheets. One is the scenario, one is the test sheet. If you see in the differentiate, see the scenarios. This is one of my release. We made that, and see in the testing there is a hierarchy. Like you are normally comes from the test planning, test strategy, scenarios, and the test scripting. So scenario is a parent of test scripting. I mean, in the scenario, you will not get the complete in the brief, guys. You only giving the bullet things like what exactly you are planning for your release. Like for example, this is my scenarios. I want to make it like authenticate the databases, which schema will be there, tables will be there, authenticate my target schemas will be there, and right now it is very new for you guys, but I'm just trying to give my best to you to you can understand that this is the scenario. This is the another third scenario. Validate the folder structure path for the this is the AWS path. Currently, I'm working on the AWS S3 bucket. ECTW instance. There are Amazon services comes in the IT, right? You know, guys. Maybe some people are exploring those things. So this is the scenarios, guys. I'm currently working. So if you see everywhere, I haven't given a very brief details over here. I've just given like what I need to be test. Okay, this is my first scenario. It will be my second scenario. I'm just giving here inputs description, but I need to validate the folder path structure, file naming convention, verification history, these things. Okay, about this valid records counts, valid records from again here for everywhere. Data comparison I need to make because guys I am belong from the ATL testing, extract, transform, load, data verification. I mean unstructured data need to be make it structure and valuable to the customer. So those things we normally handling, and I am from that background, guys, ATL testing background. That's what I am making these things. Okay. So suppose now you can see these are the scenarios and very short, various tips I have made this 14 points. But suppose if you want to make it like a test scripting, how you can do it like this. This is you understood, right? Scenarios like how we made this. Okay, I'm going to show you on this only 14 bullets how we made the test scripting. So guys, this is the important. Showing you one thing. Hold on, please. As you can ask your questions if you have any doubt, please, because it will be, realize to me, is there anything I miss? If you wish to be, answer you and maybe like that. This is the format of the test scripting. I mean, you can call as test cases. We calling the test script because HPALM. Maybe most of the folks knows about like application lifecycle management system tool HPALM. So currently in my project, I'm working on this tool. So I will show you that these are the mm, you know columns comes in your test scripting, like the subject, script name, uh, at what date you create the scripting, who will be designer in the sense the tester who will design the testing, description, objectives of that particular prerequisite, obviously needed right before you make any test case. Your prerequisites is most important. Data required. This is called as the input data. Guys, input is nothing but you entering some inputs and you will get some output as a result. So data required, approval status, like what is the approval is draft, approved, pass, fail, those status. These are the some other extra things. Test category, which type category is UAT, or like a production or a ST, SIT. These are the phases, guys. I mean, normally in the industry, first phase is like a ST, system testing. Second phase will be, someone has pinged me. Feedback from the. Okay, okay. Ambraja ma'am has shared something for me.
Yes, feedback form, students. At the end, please fill the feedback form for this session. So
All right.
it's compulsory, all of you, please fill it.
Okay. I'm going to ma'am continue this things. Okay. The
Yes.
steps, names, the descriptions, expected result, requirement, numbers, and the evidence required. See, guys, these are very important menus or bullet points where on this basis you can make your test cases very effective manner, very informative manner. Now I'm coming to in your practical project perspective. See, taking one example, guys. Okay. This was my scenario, right? So where I was just checking out like authenticate the source DB Oracle database is there basically, and in the DB right now DB is the one platform. Uh, 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 Pushpa ma'am, I would suggest you that in next time now whenever you I don't know you're using or not DBware, you know the free open source software. Inside that you can make some multiple database connections and you can explain them like how to handle that platform and to make a query. Let me show you,
Okay.
ma'am, DB. This is
Okay.
the very important. Okay,
Yes.
so you can connect any database like SAP HANA, Oracle, Postgres, CDP Impala. These are the latest in databases, ma'am, in the market. Okay, if you take a trial version also, which will be very helpful to the people, they interested to make a career on in this database career. Okay, just I'm showing them, ma'am. Uh, See, these are the databases there, ma'am. I mean, if anyone wants to make a career, if any of the database, na, they can make it like Oracle, Postgres, Redshift is there. This is the Amazon Express database. Okay, this is latestly comes Cloud Impala. So we can make a connection through this configuration, and we can make it the queries like this. The complete package is this, ma'am. If you explore this now, it will be helpful to the people also, like how to use this in their regular manner, instead of to install any patch and to do that. Okay. Okay. So suppose I'm coming to this topic, guys. So for this particular scenario, just check how I written the scripting like this for that particular scenario. This was the scenario, right? The same scenario I'm taking. So like subject will be like from which tower, what is the project name, what was the release, what is the product name. This is my subject. Script name like as same as scenario. What I need to be tested. Okay, at what date is created. This is my they have created my username based on my name. Okay, as a designer, this is a description. This is a description is nothing but this one from this one, sorry, my bad. Like authenticate these details. So I have made here. After that objective, what is my objective of this test script? Like a test script verified the full data load, some are prerequisites. So suppose if I want to execute this script, so what is the needed for me? So you can see, sorry. Tester must have access to the AWS console, DCW URL, source data already been present in the P2 buckets, scripting applicable only for the file in Parquet format. So these are the prerequisites. So basically, guys, make sure important whenever you're writing the script now, these are very important template and formats which you need to be followed. Data which was not required. Approach status like it's a draft, pass or not. This is extra, you don't require. Testing, which phase is it? ST, UAT, prod, somehow, which is normally in your career level, like alpha testing or beta testing comes like, so which test type is there? Script is manual or automation script is there, so you need to be mentioned like that. Now coming to this particular important part, steps, like, for one scenario, this is my one scenario of this script name. I have made some steps like this from yeah, 4 steps I created. So I will show you like how we made it. Just try to understand, guys, while writing the test scripting, just think in that manner. You don't want to give a very in a theoretical way, essay way. You just make it crisp and understandable. Only that part you need to be mentioned like this. Suppose, for example, I want to check the authentication. So open the DB console, make the new connection for the Oracle DB, and validate the connection. You can give the inputs over here. These are the connection details. Expected will be exactly the must be, should be. It should be open successfully. Oracle DB connections should be oriented and valid connection details. This is my requirement. This is requirement is we normally got from the client. Client will give you the requirement ID. In this requirement ID, you will get that what exactly the client wants. So this is a link up with this requirement, guys. And the test evidence. here you can make it your links like your evidences, you are putting on your SharePoint. So the SharePoint links comes in this phase. Okay. Second, will be validate the corresponding schema falling under Fresco source. This is the Fresco source. The Fresco is the database phase. Okay. So this is the second stage. Okay. Third stage, what I did, validate the 90 tables from under Fresco. So first I open the database. After that, I check the schemas. After that, I check the table. These are the hierarchy guys. First database comes, then schema comes, then table comes. And after that, what I did, I check the columns and data types. So in this particular script, I did a complete verification. I complete make the validation like in this particular database, Oracle database, how many schemas are there, how many tables inside that, or how many for each tables, how many columns inside that, and for each column, what is the data types in that, like a varchar, integer is there, numbers, numerics there, is there null value, is there primary constant is there. So those things I am going to execute in this particular script. Ma'am, hope this is understandable to people like how I'm trying to explain them. Any questions on this, guys? What is the difference between scenario and description? You got it? Like
Yes.
any question, guys, please? So very simple thing. You need to be think logically a little bit your project perspective, what exactly project requirement needed. Those things you just need to be take care. Ma'am, do you want to add anything on this?
No, no, you can show them tool.
Okay, I'm coming to the tool now. All right. So guys, currently I have
If you
only
have
one
any
tool.
questions, students, you put in chat box so that we can answer it later.
Okay. I mean, the people can also, put in your questions on that, but I can answer on that. Okay. So guys, I'm coming to the last point. So this is my second last point. I'll take only last 10 minutes. I know it's already late because we started late, ma'am. I'm taking this. This is project perspective, ma'am. Uh, but just for on your request, I'm taking this because this is not valid for us. I mean, it's against the policy, ma'am. You understand, right?
Yes.
Guys, please do not try this when you will be in your organization. I right now I am a little bit flexible on this. That's what I am taking this risk.
हाँ हाँ